Good morning, FTN fans. Welcome to Two Guns Pick-6 Party. I'm Brooke Kromer with the man of the hour. Two Gun, happy week 7 of the season. Are you ready to make some picks?
I think so. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, all of the above. You look great.
Okay, because my screen's all messed up. I can see you like in the corner, but like it's just a big black thing in the middle for me. So if viewers or whatever, if you guys seem to be coming in, if you can't see me or if I sound weird, just post a comment, let Brooke know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take this as a sign that I'm probably gonna be wrong, and that the world is just like sucker punching me at the beginning. It's like you can't even play the intro video. You can't even see yourself.
No.
We're gonna whack you around a little bit. But you know what? World? I'm gonna power on. I don't care about you because I could use some sleep. So this big black thing in the middle is kind of nice. It's like, little too good now. So
Don't fall asleep on us. The people need some picks. Do not fall asleep.
Well, I got some crazy dreams when I sleep. So like, maybe I'll just like be living my subconscious, and it might be more entertaining. Not gonna lie, it might be some like great picks.
I don't know.
I've had some of my greatest ideas come at me through like, let's just call it like altered states. Like I think my best parenting idea ever, Brooke, and this is gonna blow your mind. You don't understand this, but to all the parents out there, you're gonna, and let's face it, it's all the dads out there. Maybe there's a woman or two, but what's the best place to hide from your kids? Because like hiding from your children is like the most important thing when your kids are like younger than 8. Where do you think the best place to hide from your kids is, Brooke?
I would think the bathroom.
That makes sense, but it's obvious.
Okay, give it to us.
Name another idea. The best place to hide from your kids is their room. Because that's the one place they're never going to look for you at.
Just sitting in there playing with some dolls, playing with some.
Oh, you can play with your phone, take a nap on their bed. Like it doesn't work if your house is like small, but if your house is like 3,000 square feet or bigger, they're just not going to look for you in there. They're going to look for you in the living room. They're going to look for you in your bedroom. They'll look for you in the kitchen or an office. They might even look in the garage. They're never going to look for you in their room. So if you really want to hide and you want to just like be like kind of like in the bathroom, like sitting on the toilet, like developing hemorrhoids and stuff like that, by like just like you want to like take a nice little nap, go to their room, they'll never expect it. And then when they finally found you, be like, I was in your room, I was looking for you.
Yeah, there you go. You have something to play it off.
then you kind of waste it. So, like you get one shot if you do it that way. Otherwise, you kind of need to play the moving around game and be like, oh, I was just cleaning up or something like that. So anyways.
I'm taking notes. I'm ready for my future now.
Daily two-gun advice. The older I get, the more rants I go on.
I like it. Hey, I've learned a lot about picks. I've learned a lot about life.
Yeah.
We're here to learn. We're here to learn, everybody.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna use one of these later in life, and your family's gonna look at you like, "Who have you been talking to?
Who gave you this advice?"
Yeah,
just the man that I take my picks from.
Hey, I have some. I have some ideas. Oh, although I want to talk a little bit about the our little pick tool. Our little Pick-6.
Yes. How did it go?
All right, now
I think people were loving it.
Works. If it works now, tell me, Brooke. Okay, can you see?
It's working. We're in.
Okay.
This is good.
Now, normally, because I look through the spreadsheets and see what everybody else's picks are and stuff, and people are getting smarter at this game, Brooke. I'm not gonna lie. People are getting better. They're making correlated picks. Maybe they're
watching our show.
Maybe they're just figuring it out on their own. I don't know. But
they're listening to us.
The way most people correlate their picks, and by the way, it's perfectly fine, and it's a good strategy. Like that's why people do it. Like I do it. Like let's just say they find a side they like just say Sam Darnold under, and then they will go to, where's like Justin Jefferson under. Blah, 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 waiting for it to load. See, obviously it's a good, we'll do Justin Jefferson under. and maybe they'll add another one like a Jordan Addison under, right? And they'll do like two of these types of things, right? A quarterback and 2 wide receivers, the same direction. Makes sense. Correlation bonus. Although I might add, you kind of lose a little bit of it after one, but it's a perfectly fine strategy. I've been touting it for a while. Like, nothing wrong with it. The fun thing about this tool is that you can sometimes find correlations, because what this thing does is run lots of simulations that you didn't really think about. Often I'll do stuff with like the running backs, right? Like, let's just take the Browns, right? Because this shit show of a team, right? Like, let's just say you take Nick Chubb and Deontay Foreman overs on the rushing. Mm-hmm. It's actually correlated pretty well, because it's almost like saying, hey, the Browns, if they're going to run the ball, they're going to run the ball. And if they're running the ball, that means their little weirdo, their dude that can't throw the ball at all, probably can't pass it. And
probably can't.
Yeah, see, because if you click on the more, you see how it, either way, it's still correlated, but it's correlated less if you go with the more. But you can like correlate that with the less with the Deshaun Watson, and then I actually like Jerry Jeudy in general this week, but you would correlate it with. You can see how you could do like other random correlations like this. Look at this nice fat 18% correlation bonus on 4 players.
Yeah.
It's just I've just noticed, there's lots of fun ways to play with the tool at FTN to find stuff that's kind of beyond basic bitch correlation,
Maybe this is why people are getting better at their picks. They're listening.
I'll tell you what, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look through my thing and like the results tomorrow or Tuesday or whatever. And if I see a ton of people doing Jerry Jeudy, Deshaun Watson unders with Nick Chubb and Deontay Foreman overs, I'm going to say people are copying us, Brooke. I'm going to say people are just flat out copying us.
This is what we're here for, I think.
And I'm not saying that's like a great play. I'm just saying like you can use the tool to find plays like that. It just takes some time and not being lazy, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And I get some of us have insane schedules. I know I do. This is where I start crying and being like, I just want an hour to play with my tool.
This is football Sunday. The only other thing you should be doing is going to church, and then you should sit down and make your bets and watch some football. That's what I think. Okay, there should be nothing else on the schedule.
I'm Jewish, so I don't, go to church, and I also don't really go to synagogue either more than once or twice a year. So I'm just not. But I will say the one thing I learned from The Simpsons is that you're supposed to go to church with like the headphones, so you're listening to the game while he's giving the sermon. And when your team, your player scores, and you're like, yeah, and then like everyone's looking at you, you're like, yeah, God,
hallelujah.
I feel like there's nothing more America than that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the most America fuck yeah thing you can do.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of those The Simpsons told us type situations,
Right. In my head, God loves football, so I, I'm going with it. He would appreciate it. You're there,
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing like players generally think. They thank God after they, after they, win a game or something like that. They thank their teammates and they thank God and maybe their family or whatever like that,
Yeah,
but
he loves that.
It's good though. My 8-year-old's getting into The Simpsons, so I
love
watch it all over again, and it's nice because apparently there's some decent new ones from what I hear, but I'm mainly watching the stuff from the 90s, which obviously before you were born, but that's when it was at its peak. I was born. You may not have been, but I was. So,
I was a late 90s baby. We're here for it. All right, let's talk these early games. Then a few afternoon, an island afternoon. Is it affecting your strategy? I want to hear what TwoGun's doing going into this week.
Okay. Let's bring up my Pick-6 page. Let me see. Is this working? Is it working?
It's here.
Okay.
Maybe zoom in a little bit if if you remember how to do that.
Okay. So something that struck me is there's 7 games. I'm going to reload this page because it still has the Jags game or whatever. So there's 7 games, right, in the early set. So I just feel like there's a lot of different combinations you can use. And I totally probably just like messed up my browser by reloading the page.
Great.
Whereas there's only 3 games in the afternoon set. And then there's the solo, like almost like this island game in the middle with the Chiefs 49ers game. And like island games are fun because that's where you can really try to play with the correlations where like you can't just do like straight quarterback, 2 wide receivers, quarterback. I mean, you can, but like lots of people are going to doing that. So you can get a little bit more creative with those island games, I think. And I kind of think the same thing with the 3 games because there's just less just basic B correlations you can make. So I feel like if stuff breaks where it's like a quarterback goes under, but his main receivers go over, like you might get some really high payouts in the afternoon. So if you can think of some smart combinations beyond just the regular combinations, I mean, and you can use definitely some of the regular combinations as well. You might be able to, get some higher payouts and some unique ideas. But anyways, let's talk specific plays because sometimes that's what people want to talk about the most. That's what the most fun to talk about. And I figure the first thing we got to go to is the Buffalo game, right?
Let's go. I'm here for it.
All right, my bad.
Versus Bills.
All right, so what? Okay, I mean, now you guys are like 9.5-point favorites or something like that. So like, you're probably going to win.
I like to hear it. Thank you, TwoGun.
Like, you don't have to hate on Tennessee so much, do you? Like, you can let them like score a little bit in the game. But
I'm letting them run the ball. Mason Rudolph starting. I don't know if that scares me more than Will Levis. Maybe a little bit, but I'm letting them run the ball today.
So who are you going to go with? You know what? Let's, instead of talking about showing the picks on the picks, let's go to the Pick-6 page. All right. Let's see if we can get a nice little Brooke correlation going on here with the Bills Titans. Okay. So who do you want to start with? Do you want to start with a quarterback? Do you want to start with a running back? Do you want to start with, James Cook rush yards? Do you want to start with
all of these?
Say what?
I want all of these. James Cook, we're letting him cook today. I got him more than the rush yards. Whatever it is right now, just smash the more.
Okay. So we got James Cook rush yards. Now, do you want to say that because James Cook's just killing it so bad, Mason Rudolph has to throw the ball a lot?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. We can go with Mason Rudolph pass. Let's see what it says. How well does it correlate with Mason Rudolph pass yards over? These are the sorts of things we can do. It seems to not, honestly, it seems to not care, is what it's telling me. Actually, it goes well with Mason Rudolph not throwing the ball.
All right. Well, I do have that.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh.
Yeah.
But I love my DeAndre Hopkins. You can't correlate that with DeAndre Hopkins. We can't hate on DeAndre. You can hate on Mason Rudolph. You can't hate on my DeAndre Hopkins. Well, you can correlate that with Tony Pollard. Let's see what it says.
More than rush yards.
No, I'm talking about the pass yards. The pass yards is what I'm on.
He can do that too. He can do that too.
What about what's his face?
I was thinking if Rudolph was throwing less than yards, then Pollard's going to run the ball. That was the route I was going.
Well, okay. I was just gonna do it like with Calvin Ridley. You got to put him like with one pass catcher. So you got yourself a nice little correlation here. I feel like this is a very pro Brooke correlation. Like, and we can just stop here. We don't have to like do a full one, but you kind of get my point, right? This is a Brooke friendly, unique approach where instead of just Mason Rudolph and like DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley, you leave DeAndre Hopkins out of it because out of respect for TwoGun, and you just pick on Calvin Ridley and Mason Rudolph, and you go with this is a very happy family type play that you can have there. So I'm
here for this one
Because I was going to say, like, out of all of the early game stuff, I probably like DeAndre Hopkins more than most, and it goes well with Mason Rudolph more, but like it's neither here or there.
We're not going for that. We're going for Pro Brooke.
Yeah, we're going for Pro Brooke. And then, okay. So let's go. We'll go back to the pick tool. And we'll talk a little bit about the afternoon game, because I feel like afternoon games are even more, because there's only 3 of them, right?
Right.
So let's talk about this afternoon game, because this Rams-Raiders game just looks like a mess.
Yeah.
Like who are these people?
The practice squad for the Rams.
And I think it's the practice squad for the Raiders as well.
Oh my gosh. That'll be a fun one to watch. I'll still be glued to my TV, supporting.
So who do you want to start with in this game?
I went with Kyron Williams. I did rush attempts. 19.
Well, we can't do rush attempts.
Rushing yards. Rushing whatever.
Okay, but you can do rushing yards. And if you want to say he's just running it so much, you can maybe go with correlating it with pass attempts. And I think I don't think it's like plus 30%. I think that's because I've been playing so much from my browser. I broke a little bit. But in general, going under on passing attempts and over on rush yards is, especially if a guy's like for a lot of rush yards like Kyron, that's a pretty good correlation right there.
I like it.
So what are you going to do about the Raiders? Are you going to talk about the Raiders? We have to have one other team. So do you want to? What are you going to do about these Raiders? Do you want to say that Aiden O'Connell actually throws the ball a lot?
You could. I got Brock Bowers. I think maybe he'll have a solid game today.
Okay, so you like Brock Bowers? All right, our pick
tight end action.
Time is like it likes it a little bit. It feels like it get over a little bit. I like Trey Tucker. And you can sometimes go with the tool. See what the tool says. Like what gives you the highest odds of winning. I feel like the tool is telling us Trey Tucker.
All right.
And there you go. You got yourself a little ISO 14 thing there.
This is why we use the tool. We're
getting along real well today, Brooke. Is there any team we can fight about?
I honestly, when you were talking about that Detroit and Minnesota game, and I had it a little different in my head of where it was going.
Okay, let's go with the Vikings and Lions. You know what? Instead of going to the tool, I'm going to just go to the. This is a lot of technical stuff on TwoGun.
You're doing good.
I'm 42 now. Like, I'm really testing myself here. I feel like I'm I'm going to a concert tonight, and and obviously I see old people like play, like rock bands from like the 90s and stuff like that, like before you were born type situation. Blah blah blah. And whenever you see these old rock bands, either they sometimes they'll just go up there and sing their songs and be like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now. And you're like, okay, it's all right. And then sometimes these dudes are just like going all out, like going, running through the crowds, like fireworks on the stage, just like jumping up and down.
You might have to post a video today on your Twitter of you.
I think I'm seeing a band more of the former. They're going to be more chill and just kind of sing their songs. That's what they did last time, but. Like you don't know who they are.
If they're getting after it, you need to get after
it. They put on a show, and even Bush. This is where like Brooks like Bush, ooh, like George Bush. Yeah. I'm like, no, Bush the band.
Going right over my head.
Gavin Rossdale, even though he's like in his mid or late 50s, he's just running around. He's putting on a show. He's trying to get with all the make all the 40-something-year-old women like, look, Kevin, I love you. You're so good. Oh, you're so hot.
This sounds like an entertaining night for you.
Yeah. So what else was I talking about? Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about the Detroit Minnesota game real fast. Okay.
Yeah, back to football.
We got like 2 minutes left. Okay. What did you like in this game?
I liked Justin Jefferson over or more than 94.5 receiving.
It seems like a lot, but it's Justin Jefferson. So do you like that with Sam Darnold, I guess?
I mean, Sam Darnold's been airing it out. I hate to say
The
it.
question is, how do you go about this with? You know what? I don't want to talk about the tool for this one. Let's just let Brooke cook a little bit here. What do you want to do about the Detroit side? Do you want to do anyone with Detroit, or is this just like we'll use other
Absolutely.
bets from other games?
Amon-Ra, I like Amon-Ra St. Brown more than 77
You
and a half
love the
receiving yards.
shootout in this game.
I love it. I love it so much. Just air out that ball. I can see it happening now.
I don't know. You know what? I have this combo in one DFS lineup, but just like one
And
out
you're
of like
fighting it on
5.
me?
But like, I don't know. Like,
tell me what you
I feel
want.
like these
You
defenses are better.
two-gun it up.
The Vikings
Two-gun it
defense
up.
is so good. They're past DVOA, and like we got all these DVOA nerds, and they're all smart, and they're like Minnesota's good, and this Detroit defense
Minnesota's
is good. I don't know,
good.
Brooke. I'm gonna
Detroit
take the
is
other side
good.
on this.
All right, give it.
I'm gonna go
Two-gun up my pick.
and submit.
Dang.
All right. That's our fighting words. That's how we're gonna end. We're gonna have fighting words.
May the best man or woman win. We'll see.
That means probably you. But
I already locked it in. So we're
what you can't do is you can't. Whenever people think I'm wrong, you can't deny my luck box.
This is true.
Like my luck box game is strong. Like once you think like I can't win, like I'll just like somehow squirm and find some way, and then boom, like back on the stage is TwoGun.
No.
I mean, anyways, I can give examples, but that's gonna take up half another show. So maybe next week, Brooke, we'll talk about TwoGun's biggest luck box moments of his career, and
I like it.
That's some entertainment. I'm gonna get some more coffees because that is a show I need some energy for to really do it justice.
Well, get your sleep then.
I don't need sleep. I just need coffee. I just need something. It'll be fine.
There you go. All right. Well, everyone jump over to TwoGun and Alex's show. They are going to continue to tell you what's best today. All right, TwoGun.
Yeah, we'll talk about the main slate. We'll talk a little bit more Pick-6, but we'll mainly be talking DraftKings, main slate, DFS, and stuff like that.
I'll be tuning in.
The one comment I got, let's do a side bet. My money is on Brooke. Well, no shit, Josh. Of course there's really no reason to bet on me in this situation. Well, best of luck to everyone today. And best of luck to you and your teams, Brooke. We'll just let the Titans score. Like, just let DeAndre Hopkins score. You can still win the game. I don't care. Just let DeAndre Hopkins get some fantasy points. Okay, come on. You know,
just for you. I mean, we got to let someone score. All right.
We'll see you next week, everyone.
Have a good one.